So this right here will go for a little lesson. Those of you who have never done this before, I'm bad at math today. So we completely messed it up and we only had like 4.1 million of crystals of transcendence. A lot of you guys have never actually seen the transcendence replacement process happen. So what we're going to do is, for the time being, we're just going to get rid of our star alchemist Holmes Young because we don't really have power in him. We don't really have much of anything in him. So what happens here is you have to have the hero that you want to become the transcendence hero, and then you get an E5 version of the original one. That's pretty much how this goes. Don't worry, it'll probably be like a week and we'll have him built back, but it is what it is. We're not going to do the sword flash. No, we're not going to. I want the sword flash still, because sword flash and his core can have some really cool things. So I just want to show you guys what it looks like when you actually do it. So you'll see here, we get the hero, you get a Holmes Young back, and then you get the food essentially that was invested in it as well. So you can see here now we have him all set up, and we still have our Holmes Young. Huh. Is that a bug? I don't know. But you do retain all your stones, which is the really big part of doing the conversion. It's probably just a graphical bug. It is what it is. Oh, I have to re-void him again? Oh, that's stupid. I gotta redo all his void. Okay, let's get this done real quick then. Let's get damage reduction in here. Get that going. Oh, I hate having to re-level this up. We just had him already to V4, but hey. It is what it is. Let's go. We're going to build him up, and we're going to do some subliming of this hero as well, because there's a couple of his sublimations that I think are really, really good. We just have to see how many we can afford to do right away. Okay, so he's back to V4. It's time to do his tree. Everything else looks good, right? We have the B copy. I think we're good. You just did one free awakening on Jar and got an A- in attack, rest C. Oh, that's rough. Okay, so now we're ready to do his tree. We've actually saved quite a bit of resources up as well. So let's see how far we can take this up. Luckily, we have a bunch of 10 stars as well ready to go here. We're not going to like max him out per se, but we're going to get him to a good testing point, in my opinion, that'll compare to a lot of heroes on our account. Okay, so we can take it up to there. I think we can go up to 100 on him. And if we can, that'll be perfect. Ugh. We need the stellar shards again. No, that is rough, because his last one is one of the most important ones I wanted to test out today. So I guess we'll have to do him, or test him out in a non-fully sublime type method. We also need to whip the skin, which I don't really like the skin, honestly. Whatever. Doesn't. I want to keep that one. Vesa. No, I already got a Krampus. That's fine. Okay, let's upgrade the skin. But I really don't like the skin. I like his traditional look. His traditional is good. 3 festival skins? Yeah, I mean, I don't really care. It's fine, guys. We get festival skins all the time. We can level him up to 390 temporarily. We got a lot of his setup done here. I really want to see his interactions with his skills first and foremost. What we can also do is we can just set him up with like a baby tenant slot for the time being. Ooh, we don't have like an Arania. That's kind of rough. I was going to start investing in another one of these anyway, so we can kind of just like put some points in. He's not going to be very weak or very strong, but he'll have like a little bit of a boost. Let's check out his actual abilities. I want to go over the hero for those of you guys who don't know. We kind of already did it. There's a couple of things I'm going to go over. We're not going to go too deep into this hero as far as like the numbers go. You can kind of read that yourself. The basic attack is pretty cool though, because it hits frontline targets and it still has a chance to do the concentration rate and the magic explosion, just like the active ability does, which is cool. We have the passive skill. This one is a bit of a letdown. So the really big thing is this weakness disclosure. He does, of course, heal and shield himself at the end of every round, which is cool. But when an enemy releases active skills, not basic, active, you gain 1 layer of analysis. Okay, that's cool because each one gives you 2% damage reduction. However, it takes 15 of these layers to get weakness disclosure, and this is essentially the Drake effect. That's going to take quite a few rounds to actually ramp up and get it. I mean, maybe if he's the last one standing, it still kind of works. I don't really like how that worked out. I feel like the stacks are a little too slow. However, we will talk about it immediately. His third branch has one that says at the end of each round you get 1 layer of analysis, so that cuts it down to at the maximum like 7 rounds. Like it's gonna be like 3 to 4 rounds if you have this. It's gonna be 6 to 7 depending on the game mode you're in. Otherwise, if we're talking about like guild bosses and stuff, it's gonna be rough. It'll usually be probably around round 4 though. Now lastly is his last passive here. This one is interesting. These things have a 40%, 40%, and 100% chance to get a lair. Once they cap out, they give these bonuses where it increases your attack, removes 2 debuffs, and gains immunity to fear effects, aka you don't have to worry about Aspen much anymore. Those are all cool because they supercharge and enhance godly prowess. So his basic part only hits 1 enemy. Don't really care about that. What we care about is consuming all of these extras to do a ton of extra damage. Freezing Pierce is the one annoying one though, because in order to get it, you have to have an ally or enemy die first. But it's 1,000% attack to all enemies. And one thing that's really cool with this too, if we take a look at his branch over here, if you fully sublime his first branch, releases the skill effect of Freezing Pierce an additional time. So that basically gives you 2 chances of a 33% chance to inflict freeze cold chill on everybody. It's basically the same thing Jara has, where they can't do anything and they cannot restore any HP either, which is pretty interesting. We're gonna test something soon. One thing somebody has noted is Bloodtide Queen Arania, when you X level upgrade her, she actually gains speed. That's something none of the other Transcendence heroes have. Want to see if it's a bug or if this one has it. Sadly though, because we're kind of short here. How much are we short? 136. So let's just do a calculation. Say like 140,000 times like 7 more levels. We need like 1 million more. I feel like we can get 1 million. Maybe. Probably not, actually. My goodness, we barely have any tenants that have imprints anymore. It is what it is. It is what it is at this point. Okay, so we've got him built. Natively, he's going to be at 55% crit. I do think light ceiling is going to be pretty cool. I do think so. Let me see if I am on here still. All right, give me 1 second, guys. Let's do the usual, where I go fight my own weak account just to watch how these abilities work. Fly over to here, get back over here, and we're going to do 1 quick test battle just to see his actual abilities. All right, so let's get rid of all this out of here and throw my boy in here. We're not going to put any sublimations on him just yet. The event's a little disappointing. I'm hoping the hero's really good, though. I put him in the worst spot possible. So I'm trying to look for an indicator of his skills. Okay, that active ability is really good at pinging off shields. My goodness. So I guess this little sun behind, like, there's no indicators, right? Do you guys in chat see anything with his actual? I mean, I see like an up arrow. And then the swirly, and then we got another arrow. I guess those are like the charges he has. Is really hard to tell. Hold on. I know. I'm stupid, guys. I keep doing the wrong thing. I need to exit the fight, come back into it. Let's put him let's put him in like slot 2. Let's see how he actually looks. So first attack, he gets that little sun up there. Okay. Okay, we took an... Did we take an active there? Maybe. What is happening here? What are these visuals and what are they trying to tell me? All I do know is his active ability hits a ton of times, like a ton of ping damage. He might be very good as a boss killer. Especially with his like Drake effect. He did not CC anyone yet. You are correct. It is a very low chance. What we can do to try to see the CC effect. Let me see. Is this active skills? We got 45. Oh, we have like a really weird number. I still need to do like 2 of these. Let's sublime his whole first tree branch while we're at it here. And what this one here is going to do is it's going to give us a few things. All damage dealt increased by 12%. Huge thumbs up for the active skill here. The concentration rate also will reduce the target's attack by 10%. That's the one that pings a couple times. And lastly, we have an additional chance to do the freeze pierce effect. So that's pretty good. Let's jump over real quick. I want to put more heroes on the lineup. I'm actually going to put like a decent power here. Let's see how he does against like a full team. It might be a mistake, but we'll see how it does. Okay, so let's do one more fight right here. We'll keep him in the front row. Finally managed to catch a stream. Thank you so much, man. What's going on? So yeah, front row hit. We don't have any actives hitting us, so we're getting 0 layers of analysis in this first round. Sorry for playing it so slow, guys. I'm just trying to really absorb this. Is it just me or is his character model so small? He should be gigantic. So yeah, all these are basics. Nobody's died. Still nobody's died. Okay. We're going to heal and shield, and then we get to do an attack. Okay, there's the first freeze. Wait a minute. Torrens. Oh, that's Radcat giving another gift sub. That freeze is interesting. Is it because we killed the Jara with the active skill that we then got the procs off? What do you guys think? What do you guys think in chat? Do you think it's because we killed the Jara, or do you think the sublimation just gives his active a chance to actually freeze someone? Like, just straight up freeze? Because it might be that. It might just be that he gets a chance to freeze no matter what, even if he hasn't killed something with that sublimation. So hard to tell, though. I mean, granted, you have to remember the team we're going up against is very, very weak. Like, very weak. What we can do is we can finish doing a little more sublimation on him. Let's try something. Let's just try to do something real quick. This is probably going to go poorly. Wait, we got something down here. Who's that? Another sub. Thank you guys so much. We got legendary skin, festival skin. Gotcha. Thank you guys, everybody, for the support so far. This is probably going to go horribly wrong. I'm just going to go find Reed's team. Where's Reed at? We're usually a pretty good matchup. There it is. Okay, wait, what's your team right now, Reed? It's interesting. We'll see how it actually works out. We'll throw in our big power hitters still. Actually, I don't even want you in there. We don't have his core just yet. We do have an Azrael that can die for us and give us a lair freeze. Let's just see how he actually looks in like real combat PvP. Reed, thank you so much, man.
Barry, tell me what to set up for my team and I'll put it in for you to test.
I think this is like a good power team to kind of test with here. I just want to see what his abilities actually do. We did get silence, which is a little rough. Hopefully he gets a decent active offer. Everybody might already be dead. Oh, jeez. I want you to keep this team, though. I definitely want you to keep this team for a minute. Because I want to lower my power with other heroes to kind of like put it in line. Let's get rid of you and say you. And just put some randos in instead. Let's see how maybe this will let him shine. He's slow AF. We have to take a look at his speed here in a minute. Actually, yeah, he kind of is. Well, no, he's a decent speed. I feel like without sublimations, he's just okay, but with sublimations, he's very strong. And I feel like that's every Transcendence hero from the newer groupings, honestly, overall. They're dying before he gets a chance to do anything. Oh my god, hold on. Alright. Let me do one more. Let me literally take out my power. I'm gonna take out my power, throw like a queen in. Let's see how this works out. Remove Azrael. I think Azrael's the problem. He's literally slaughtering people. So having an active round 1 won't do anything for him either. Seriously, look how small he is. He's in like a mech suit, yet he looks smaller than Asmodel the Dauntless. Legit. All right, we should get an active here, right? Maybe. He gets her counterattack off. Oh, he was silent, so it was just a basic. Oh. All right, yeah, I'm gonna have to get rid of my Azrael is just way too strong for these tests. It's almost like a testament to how strong Azrael is. Okay, we'll take you out. You know what? We'll just put like a random Irania in. Azrael, like, people really sleep on his PvP capabilities, but he is ridiculous. Like, absolutely ridiculous. We have only his first branch sublimed right now for his active skill. Oh god, the crew stun. Luckily it happened in round 1. Who gets to go? I think we go next. That hits a lot of times. Holy cow. So the one downside is, of course, Sword Flash can like dodge pretty much all of it. Yeah. Good old Sword Flash, right? Just getting the W from us. Oh wait, we did win. Yeah, I mean, he seems decent. Red Cat with 10? Is that what that was? My goodness. So, I don't know. I think my first impression is that he is going to have potential to be very, very strong. I don't think he's going to be like a powerhouse round 1 active type hero because, of course, he wants to build these stacks up. That's what he wants. So, you want him to have some time maybe before the first one. Yeah, Rainy is very good in PvP as well. The one thing I do want to note before we get out of here on this initial test for him His core seems very strong. At the beginning of each round, grants 1 layer of secondary concentrated ray for 3 allies with the highest attack, which is nuts. Thank you, Nick, for that prime. Increases their armor, and yeah, that's pretty good. Basically, whenever self releases a base attack, it grants 1 layer of secondary magic for 2 allies with the highest attack, giving them dot damage reduction, which is cool. And then when you relieve an active skill, it grants 1 layer of secondary freeze pierce to 1 ally. So all of his abilities that he has, he gives like a minor one out to other allies, which sounds really, really strong. And then on top of that, this one here gives all damage reduction to the ally. These secondary abilities are very strong. They're pretty much miniature versions of what he does with his skills. And this one seems really cool. The ally that gets secondary freeze pierce. Each layer deals damage to all enemies with a 30% chance to freeze them, 3 random enemies respectively for 2 rounds. That's just really cool. But again, it's the highest attack, so it's going to be like your main carry damage dealer. But we're going to have to do probably a lot more testing on him, and I'm going to have to fix him and get him up to level 100.